I bought this hybrid amplifier expecting character, but I was surprised by how practical it is in daily listening. The presentation leans warm and smooth without becoming muddy, and vocals stay easy to follow even at lower volume. With the right speakers, it gives me that relaxed analog feel while still keeping enough control and punch for modern recordings and film audio.
What stood out immediately was the balance between tube flavor and solid-state grip. It does not behave like an underpowered novelty piece. Bass has shape, mids have body, and high frequencies stay listenable for long sessions. I can switch between genres without constantly chasing EQ adjustments, and that consistency makes the amp feel more serious than its price might suggest.
I paired it with both bookshelf speakers and larger floor standers, and it adapted better than I expected. On efficient speakers, it feels effortless, and on tougher loads, it still keeps composure if placement and matching are sensible. The core sound remains musical and slightly rounded, which works especially well for jazz, classic rock, and acoustic material where tone texture matters.
Setup was straightforward in my room. I had music playing quickly and input switching was simple once everything was wired. The aesthetic is also part of the appeal. The retro meter look gives it personality without feeling gimmicky, and the unit looks at home in a dedicated listening corner. It feels like an intentional component rather than just another anonymous black box.
I tested digital input from TV alongside Bluetooth, and the cleaner path was obvious in my setup. Wireless is convenient for quick sessions, but direct input gave better clarity and stronger perceived output. That flexibility is useful because I can keep casual streaming for convenience, then switch to a more revealing path when I want focused listening and tighter image stability.
Tube rolling made a meaningful difference for me. The stock setup is already enjoyable, but swapping small signal tubes improved separation and low-end definition in my room. It still kept the same core personality, just with better focus and depth. I like that kind of upgrade path because I can tune the presentation gradually without replacing the entire amplifier platform.
Headphone listening was another pleasant surprise. With dynamic and planar headphones, the sound remains smooth and non-fatiguing, especially through mid-range heavy material. It does not feel clinical, which is exactly what I wanted for longer sessions. I could move from speakers to headphones without a jarring tonal shift, and that made late-night listening much easier to enjoy consistently.
Power Reserve felt more confident than expected from a product often discussed for its styling. On real music with dynamic swings, it kept enough headroom that crescendos did not collapse. I could raise level without immediate hardness, and the amp stayed composed through dense mixes. That behavior gave me confidence to use it as my daily driver rather than a secondary novelty setup.
For vinyl playback, I found the internal stage usable for casual sessions, but external gain options can unlock better drive with low output cartridges. Once I optimized that part of the chain, the amp opened up and felt more alive at comparable volume settings. The important point is that it is flexible enough to support both simple plug-in use and more refined source tailoring.
Value is where this amplifier really punches. It delivers a satisfying combination of musicality, aesthetics, and practical connectivity at